been here for a couple of years, but a first playoff round. How excited are you to finally get into the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super pumped. Obviously, last year pretty upsetting not being able to get in, and we were so close. So all the guys that came back, really wanted that, and for us to get in, it's awesome.
In a hockey playoff series, we often say it takes a game or two to really feel each other out. You guys don't really need that with Saskatoon. You played each other quite a bit over the last week.
Yeah, it's been nice to obviously our last few games, kind of we had them a lot. So for us, I think the comfortability and kind of knowing what they're like, and them, I'm sure it's the same for them with us. So it's good to get them a few times before, and obviously now play them a lot.
First playoff series, but you played some high stakes game at the World Junior Tournament. What's the feeling of the players in the locker room ahead of when the games really start to matter and eliminations start to be a thing?
Yeah, I just think one mistake can change the outcome of the game. So for us, just knowing that and knowing kind of the stakes of every game, because you never know if that one play will cost you that or whatever. So, but in the end, it's still hockey, and we're gonna prepare like we did all year, but obviously have extra emphasis on the Blades.
And some new haircuts for the boys here.
Yeah, I think I don't know whose idea it was, but a lot of the guys obviously went through with it, and I think it's good. Kind of brings the team closer together a bit.
How did you come up with your design? Because I know some people's are different.
Yeah, Patty Kane did it when he had his mullet, so I had a photo of him to the hairdresser and kind of held it out there for a bit. So I think his is a little nicer. He suited it, but I think mine's all right.
What do you feel like you learned from this Saskatoon team playing them? What kind of team are they?
Yeah, they play really structured. Obviously they got a lot of skill. They can score goals, but their systems, they're very structured, and they have a lot of belief that in their systems and stuff. And for us, I think we gotta try to break that down a bit, and it'll be a series that I think gets a lot of chances, but also pretty locked down defense.
Can you describe kind of the fan base that's been in Saskatoon these last few games for you guys?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, they can hold a lot of people, and for us to get to go out there with that many people and that atmosphere, it's been great. And obviously, get them a couple more times here this weekend, and then it'll be nice to be back home and see what our fans can bring.
Yeah, can you kind of expand on your fans, the difference it'll be going from Saskatoon and a full rink here that's cheering you on?
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, like you said, both rinks there, Saskatoon's been great, but for me, it'll be the first experience in playoffs in general, but also to have a playoffs here in Regina, and I think the city's been craving that for whatever it is, 5 years now, and I'm pretty sure all our fans will be pretty excited, and they'll have a lot of fun at the games, and obviously show out.
As time just winds down in general on the season, are you still trying to take moments to absorb it and take it all in when what could be your last junior season?
I don't know. I think just whenever you're playing, you're never with the same guys no matter what. Obviously, we have our 20s moving on and everything. So just being present with the guys. I mean, we have no clue, what's going to happen in the future or next year or anything. So just be present and be focused on, Friday's game.
So do you guys have any sort of motto that you come up with for the playoffs? I know teams sometimes will make shirts with a different motto or anything.
Yeah, we got one on the back of the shirt I'm wearing here. We had a bunch of ideas, but we chose against all odds. We picked. I think for us, maybe I don't know why. It's just something that the guys liked. Maybe obviously not the highest seed or whatever. So just to go out there and prove people wrong and try to win as many games as we can. Obviously.
Do you think that this team has what it takes to prove people wrong and go on a run here?
Yeah, I mean obviously I'm on the team. I think we're gonna win. So I think if I was saying who I think's going to win the whole thing, I'd pick us for sure. So, we have that mentality, and that's what we want to do.
Drew, how exciting is it? Pat's back in the playoffs for the first time since 2018.
It's awesome. It's awesome for the city of Regina, and awesome for this organization, and we're excited to get started.
What do you expect when you guys eventually do play in Regina, the fan base to be like? Because it has been 5 years since playoff hockey has been here.
I think there'll be a lot of people that are excited to come watch playoff hockey again, so I'm hoping it's a real loud atmosphere, and they can hopefully help us get one or two here at home.
How would you describe this season for you? Because you didn't start the year as the primary netminder, earn the coach's trust, and eventually became it as you guys went on this run to end the season.
Yeah, I put a lot of work in this summer, and I've said it before, John made it very clear what was going to happen when we came to camp this fall, so I knew I just had to outwork everyone else, and that's kind of just where I put my mind, and that's what happened, and finally got the job, and it's awesome to have it.
Connor said the mindset is against all odds. That's the motto you guys went with. Feel like the underdog, but he said if he's picking a team to win it all, it's you guys. What's it like for a team to have that mindset ahead of these games where the season's on the line?
Yeah, this is win or go home. So I think kind of that motto is just kind of going to amplify how we're going to play and how we want to play, right? So I think just having that in the back of our minds, kind of being a 6 seed, obviously you're considered an underdog, but we don't think there's very many teams we can't beat.
What do you notice most about this Blades team, though?
They're very disciplined in their structure and lots of talent up and down the lineup. So we're going to have to stay disciplined within our structure, and we know that they don't make too many mistakes. So I think it's going to be a very tight checking series, and we got to be ready for that.
Is there anything else you feel like you have to do between the five? They have some pretty strong shooters on their team, good defensemen.
Yeah, so I know a few of those guys. So I kind of got a pretty good idea what my job needs to be. WAPS is here the next 3 days, so we'll put in some work there and get ready for what we need to do. So should be good.
Yeah, curious question. Do you do any pre-scouting at all in terms of video work on some of their players, given that you're going to play them, back to back to back to back?
I'm not sure yet. I'm going to sit down with WAPS here this week and kind of discuss how we want to go about things here for this first series at least, and then see where we go from there. But I do watch some videos sometimes, just kind of tune in most times. So I'll probably watch one of the games from earlier this year and just kind of refresh the mind.
Is that Daniel Wapple?
Yeah.
What's it like having him? Because he was a part of a couple really good Pats teams that went pretty far in the playoffs.
He's been awesome so far. He came in partway through the season this year and has really stepped up and done a real good job. We get along real well, and we're always texting each other and always talking and always kind of bouncing things off each other. So obviously he's been there, done that in this league, and he's a real good coach and a real good guy, and we're happy to have him around.
I was gonna say, his coaching is like really blown up on social media, I've noticed. So
Oh,
he's
yeah.
done well for himself.
Yeah, we love to give him the gears about his TikToks.
From what I gather, you guys are very similar goaltenders, at least when he played and you played right now. Would you say that's maybe the case?
Yeah, I haven't watched much of his stuff, but I do know, just kind of talking to him, we've made some comparisons to each other and kind of just used his knowledge to help me kind of learn what I need to do in this league, so it's been good.
John, Pats are back in the playoffs for the first time since 2018. How exciting is this for Regina and the organization?
Well, very. I mean, it's players that are here now weren't here when we were last in them. It's just us as a staff and so forth. But I think it's something they've worked hard to do for the last couple of years. I was looking at the standings last year. I mean, we were 1 point. We're ahead of a lot of teams in the West, and we're 1 point from, or 2 points from in our own division. And we felt the reasons for that were last year. So, yeah, it's an exciting time. I think it's well warranted.
You have a lot of experience in WHL playoffs, so does the message change? Anything change heading into playoffs, or no, you try and keep it business as usual?
Yeah, I mean, there's no new formulas or anything like that. We try and refine your game and a little bit, and hope it's refined itself during the course of the season. I think that, during the course of the season, we, try to, for the most part, concentrate on ourselves. And now when you're going to play somebody possibly 7 times, there's a little bit more just honing in on some of those teams' tendencies.
How about it being Saskatoon, who you guys have played, it feels like twice in the last week and everything, and very familiar with each other as you get headed to this one?
Yeah, it's funny how the schedule goes, and we played them 3 times in March and only 3 times in the previous 5 months or 4 months, so it's different. I think it's just sort of ironic how those things work out, and then you play each other in the playoffs. So, but they've had an outstanding season. They're a well-coached and ready team. We can tell that by their record, and so it's we hope it can be a very good series.
What do you think about the motto that the team chose for playoffs, against all odds?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think much about it. I mean, I think at times over the years here, the guys have done a worse job than they did this year. I think it's neat. It's like every team has something that's somewhere between corny and unique and so forth. So yeah, I think it's good.
What's going to be key in order to come out and have a real quick start and really
I don't know. Like that, each game is different how it starts. I mean, we have things we want to do. Both teams want to get off to a good start. The opposition has a say in the matter. So yeah, we'll just. I mean, could one team or the other be nervous? Yeah, I guess. I don't know, but that's just all hypothetical.
How exciting is it to have Connor get this opportunity to get to the playoffs after the past few seasons, just a little bit short for what he's done here over the course of his career?
Yeah, like I don't think it doesn't make it any more exciting. I mean, I don't. It's exciting, just period. I know that was a goal of his, but like we're just trying to make up more stories about him as far as I'm concerned, to talk about stuff like that.